Welcome to Family Traditions. Today the crew heads north to Canada and a little place outside of Regina, Saskatchewan called Heartland Trophy
It'd be our
Ranch.
best interest to get out there and start our next morning hunt.
We've had a lot of good opportunities right in this area.
And to get used to the terrain, and I was able to glass up some areas and hit it with the range.
By the second day, I was really hoping that I would have killed my animal. Of course, I'm the only one out here with a rifle, and everybody else is with a bow. I thought, golly, mine will be the easiest because, of course, them going after it with a bow and me with a gun, my odds are a little bit better.
Haley and I went out to a ground blind where we often experience a lot of success with whitetails.
We saw so many whitetails and big ones too, and it was kind of one of those things that Alan Joyce had talked to us on the phone and emailed us and said, listen, we have a particular one that we've been seeing a lot of. He's a really big one. He'll make the books. I knew what I was looking for, but then when all those big ones came out, I had the hardest time. Luckily, Al was with me because otherwise I would have had one down within a couple of minutes. Everything that came out I thought was just huge, and they were. There were some really big ones. We even saw one that Al says scores over 200. He knew he was hiding out in this area and really wanted me to get a shot at him, so I respected that. He's the landowner and knows his property, and he knows what bucks need to be taken.
Had gone nocturnal. This property makes for a very challenging whitetail hunt in that an animal can elude you because of the number of valleys that are interconnected and fairly deep, heavily wooded areas. It's sporadic open prairie areas that break, some of the valleys. So what we do often try to have success by being in tree stands where there's travel corridors where we know the animals are moving.
It's one of those things that when you're hunting and you've pushed an animal so hard and we couldn't find him and we didn't know if he had gone somewhere else or if he was still even in the area.
Smaller finger draws that run up to a prairie hilltops. So we started into some of the valleys, and as we were going down to one of the deeper valleys, there were several finger draws. Decided to check one of them out. The very first one we checked out, we pushed out her buck.
We got about 1 second of look at him before I could even get my gun up, and I looked at him with the binoculars, and all of a sudden he just shot straight out, went over a hill and was gone. So beautiful. When you look at it from the lodge, all you see is you're at the very top of the hill and you just see just beautiful rolling hills, and you can see thick areas, and you can see all the little fingers and all the valleys, and to be down in them and actually going through them and seeing it all.
It took a long time to identify that it was truly her buck.
And of course then my heart was jumping out of my chest.
Could not get a shot.
I mean, I walked by, 180-inch whitetails at 5 yards and didn't even know it until it got up and ran. I mean, I had no idea that, they could be hidden that well. Coming out here to Heartland is incredible, just because of the fact that, not only do you have a place that has a great lodge and great food and great animals, but you also have this master scorer and a master hunter that is out there that knows everything about the field.
Looks like 38 might do it. Oh, he does a wee bit better back here on his main beam tips. And as we approached, it was obvious that the buck that Haley was after had slipped away. He'd given us the slip and we had no idea where he was.
And so we decided on the third morning to actually just go sit on a hill and see, where all their bedding places are and see if we see one coming back to bed. So we sat there and we actually had a whole bunch of elk come surround us because they didn't know what we were. So it was a beautiful, beautiful sunrise, and we got to sit there and enjoy that. And the elks were just bugling like crazy, and really it started rut in the valley. And we're sneaking, and I said, this is where he went. And sure enough, as soon as I said that, a deer popped up and ran. This is a good spot. As soon as we turned around, there he was. He just popped straight up on this hill, and Al looked at him, he said, that's him, you gotta get him.
There he is.
There he is, there he is.
I'd take him.
Hit him perfect, I think. I don't know. It looked like it. I thought I saw the mark.
Okay, I got him.
I think you did too. Look,
Okay.
there he is. Next shot. Hit him again. He's going down. He's down. He's down. Awesome, girl! Fantastic shot!
I told you I was him.
Yeah, you got her! First shot, day on, right on!
Look at Joe, he's up there.
You had the idea,
I
girl!
knew where he was.
You did, and we had the right strategy. You said, let's do it like this.
Is that my dad or did
I don't know.
call
I
him?
don't know. I don't know.
The second shot wasn't necessary, but he was falling when she hit him second time. Just made a great shot at, I don't know what it was, about 120 to 150 yards, right across the valley.
To have that perfect shot, I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my whole entire life. I mean, my whole body was shaking, my foot was going like that. I looked like a little bunny rabbit.
Oh, brother. That is huge. Oh, Al, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Great shot. Great shot, Haley.
Harlan.
3 record book animals. It's just the most incredible thing that I'll cherish for the rest of my life.